There's been an exodus recently over the past few months of NIKKE endgame players leaving the game because they are unhappy with how ShiftUp is treating their game. We've gone over this multiple times, but actually one of the most popular tools in the NIKKE community, NIKKE some of you might know for his Live 2D visualizer, his Chibi, and a couple more tools that he owns, made a really big rant going over why he is unhappy and why he is leaving this game, most likely by the end of the year, and he will be taking down his tool. Now, when it comes to NIKKE, there is so many cool tools, so many good spreadsheets people are maintaining, and so many good content that is being made, be it Enik, NIKKEDB, the multiple spreadsheets people are maintaining, NIKKE.gg, Brightware, right? Like all of these websites, and the best one, lootwaifus.com, that are making really cool tools, but most of these players are unhappy with the game. And this is simply because the competitive aspect of the game has been, since day one, complete trash. Now, to understand this, we have to also go a little bit back and compare this to another game, Genshin Impact. Genshin, you will always see this, oh, we want Endgame, we want Endgame. But Hoyo never gave it to them. Hoyo was always, we want to be a casual game. It's not going to be anything competitive. So it is the problem of the people who were expecting more. The problem with NIKKE is that you have Union Raid, you have Solo Raid, you have your PvP, Championship Arena, we've been waiting for a while already, you have now the Anomaly Interception, you have your rankings to see who's pushing tower and campaign and clearing faster. You have plenty of competitive game modes, but ShiftUp keeps contradicting themselves on how they treat those players. Constantly, with every single update. And so it reaches a point where over the last few months we've seen a lot of people leaving. And again, you don't have to just take my word for this. You can go into any of the high-end game, like the true tryhards streamers, and ask them about this as well. You can go into Ali's stream, you can go into Kusa's stream, you can go to Sefhi, you can go to plenty of people, even Sky, if you wish. Like, plenty of people are seeing a lot of people leave, and the unions are, well, either piloting dead accounts that are no longer updating, or directly looking for new players. And this will keep happening for a lot of reasons. But today we're going to be going over the rant that NIKKEDB posted and why his reasons for leaving this game most likely by the end of the year are. So as usual, before we start, hello nerds, welcome back to Waifus. I am Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict. And today, yet another rant video. This time is not mine though, this time is NIKKEDB, alright? Now let's get into this before we start. Leave a like, subscribe, help me to the channel, and let's see why he is complaining. So, I will not add datamine exclusive assets until they are officially visible in-game. Sorry for the coomers, but I gotta agree, they look great. Anyway, the layer editor was a mistake. My website is banned from official forums, Discord, Reddit, but suddenly mods are chill when they can see naked Modernia and Anakiro's tummies, huh? Now, this is true. The moderators will actually be banning people posting links, but if they see a link that they like because it's Anakiro's tummy, then they will leave it up because it's a cool meme and it's a good picture and it's a good belly, right? The Discord moderators and the Reddit moderators have always been hypocrites. I have no issue with that now. When they ban stuff, it's because it's leak related. For example, my website is also banned from the official Discord. You cannot post links to my website, or at least you couldn't last year. I don't know. Nowadays, I don't care. I'm only there to connect with other creators. But yeah, the moderators are always kind of hypocrites. When he refers to the layer editor, in case you do not know this, however, his live visualizer is right here, and this is a tool that he made so you could be removing specific layers, as you can see. If you want to remove the hair for Rappi and make her bald, you can. If you want to remove the clothing, you can, etc, etc, etc. And people are making a lot of posts with a lot of engagement without even crediting him, right? So the fuckers who make thousands, if not tens of thousands of likes from a couple layers of, can you at least say the name of the website in the tweet or Reddit post titles, instead of in a random response that gets no traction? The more users, the more I'll be willing to add new stuff, you know? Layer editor only exists because I found out I got thousands of visitors weekly. This applies not only to this, but NIKKE has no shortage of talent. Like when it comes to tools, external tools, if I go to NIKKE, there is NIKKE, an amazing website, and how it works is also pretty fucking cool. You have NIKKEDB, you have NIKKEGG, Brightware, a lot of spreadsheets that theory crafters are maintaining. So many good things. There is a lot of really cool tools, but most of these people are tired of the game because there is no progress when it comes to what they are interested, the competitive aspect, right? The end game itself. And that's Shift Up's fault to begin with, but we'll get into that in a second. So he keeps going saying, let's talk about Shift Up 2. Pretty solid stuff with the recent UR rework. But please, if a random marketing member, intern, or translator comes by, do something for any of these. When is the Outpost City building getting a single ounce of an update? He's referring to the buildings in the Outpost. I believe we've never got an update since the one, correct me if I'm wrong. When is the next Liberation Unit? The register was released on March 30, 2023, over 21 months ago. When are we getting a new Outpost Academy tiers? Are we supposed to expect update every 15-16 months? When are we getting new infrastructure core levels? Literally never got a new level. What is even the point of giving us experience by clearing level 300 plus of every tower? Everyone is level max with 50k extra XP at this point. What the fuck happened to the so-called sniper rifle and rocket launcher rework? Too scared for the backlash. Not only that, but remember that the SMGs also were supposed to be getting a buff, a fix. And the fix they did nothing for them. Absolutely nothing. SMGs are still a bad weapon type. The only reason some of them can be good is because how many buffs they get on their numbers. Like for example, Quincy right here. That's like the only reason. God bless this ass, by the way. So that's it. Let's keep going with this one, right? Before we get too sidetracked. Even if it got officially cancelled, private messaging should not be hard to implement and would be useful to contact people that aren't in a union Discord nor on communities. Absolutely. And it's already in there, by the way. Like, private messaging shouldn't be a hard thing because you do have this log already that you can be using to talk. So it's not like it doesn't exist. It's just that they don't want to be implementing it, even though most gachas have it. But whatever, it is what it is. We're reading the 20th month of Champion Arena being delayed. Holy guacamole, what is happening with this game mode? God knows, bro. It's been day 1. More than 20, by the way. 20th month. Oh, yeah, being delayed, yes. But this has been in the game since day 1. Since day 1, we've had the baton there. In PvP, you enter and you have your baton. Oh, coming soon, right? Maybe coming soon. Would be cool for UR hard mode to last more than 1 day and with infinite HP bosses. There's a lot of mixed feelings regarding the union rates and how they handle and how it should be handled, but at the end of the day, the current state clearly is not good. We went from a rat race on day 1 to a rat race on day 2, which makes absolutely no sense, but it is what it is. There is a serious lack of generosity about materials, all of them. Guillotine, Maiden, Cinderella, Grave, Rapid Red Hood, Evangelion, and Stellar Blade. How do you expect people to make use, not even of everyone, but of the characters as they come out, when they release faster than the time it takes to gather a skill match for level 10s? By the way, this is... Right now it takes like around 20 something days, let's say, to fully build the character, like the level, the skills, etc. And we're getting at least 2-3 characters per month. Not only that, but we started with collaborations giving us 3 SSRs, but now they're 4. We started with anniversaries giving us 1 Pilgrim, but now they're 2. They only keep incrementing the amount of units we get, while the amount of resources stay the same. Overclock is dog shit. So don't say, oh Sefhi, we have overclock now for more resources. Bro, I will beat you up in Minecraft, I swear to God. Let's chill though and keep going, okay? Let's not talk about all EXP materials that are just abysmally low to gather and yet needs to be equipped on anyone that is half decent, max level out to be competitive. We see this with a lot of the game systems in NIKKE, and that's that Shift Up wants to make systems that will take you years to finish. Because on their eyes, this is good for their objective of we want a game to be 10 years. That's what they always say. We want NIKKE to be a 10-year project. And it's like, okay, it's nice to have this objective if the game feels good. If the game feels like trash for progression, the people will keep believing. And it's fine if you keep getting new players and the casuals stay. If that's what they want, that's completely fine. The problem is stop adding competitive game modes if you don't want to be a competitive game. It's not that hard to understand or that hard to grasp at the end of the day, right? More and more Day 1 players are leaving, and I'm expecting myself to be out by the end of the year or 2026. This website will follow me to the grave. But we are getting more frustrated. For that, we've been quiet for a long time already. Absolutely. And this is again not just content creators or a problem of just 2 or 3 people. This is just more for the competitive endgame people. And this is still the vocal minority, by the way. So I don't think this will get addressed at any given point. Even more or less when it's also the English community that is complaining, because as long as the JP community keeps spending money and they keep, of course, not complaining, there will be no changes, because that is the main target audience for NIKKE nowadays, the JP bros. This is what it is. I am extremely inclined to believe that ShiftUp only has 5 actual developers on NIKKE nowadays. It's probably like Cosmograph, a couple artists, and a monkey coding, because they do nothing when it comes to adding new game modes fixing the current bugs or doing anything. NIKKE is the game that they choose to finance their other projects, and there is no problem with that if they were to be treating their players properly. And they're only working on event minigames and character kits. The entire game can be run by artists, music composer, writers using a tool to generate events and story chapters. There has just been any new permanent content since Dolls and Solo Raid. It's crazy. Overclock, Anomaly, and Hard Mode aren't new game modes. They are just bullet sponges, basically, if you will, right? Runs out, happy fapping, and then he goes to say that stop asking him to how to data mine content because he will not be answering. Now his rant is completely fair. Once again, there is so many competitive players that are just tired of the game. And it's completely fine to be a casual and you are on your own bubble, and there is nothing wrong with that. I will say the same once again. This is not for that type of player. This is for the people who care about every single game mode NIKKE has been adding and then abandoning. Every system they add and then abandon. On every system they give us, and it takes years to finish. The stickers, the dolls, everything, even if cosmetic, takes way too long. But it is what it is. NIKKE will keep bleeding players at this rate until they start fixing their stuff, either by adding actual good content or by fixing the competitive content they have, or altogether by removing it so they can remove that part of the player base and actually make a casual game if that's what they want. Now, that said, that's gonna be for this video. Do let me know how are you feeling right now with NIKKE, with the game overall, you know, the current state of the game and how you're feeling with that. That's gonna be for this one. As usual, love you all bossos. Good luck with your cool generates. I'll see you in the next one.
役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。天地万物を切るとはこういうことだ。